Afternoon, Malabites, Malabrises, and our wonderful listeners of campus. Welcome to another inspiring episode of the CAREERX Show on Unica Radio International 103.5 FM, the radio station that offers you education beyond barriers. Today, we are diving into a topic that affects every student's journey, discovering your personal strengths and interests. So grab a pen, tune in, and let's grow together.
I've been up for 22 hours. Damn.
All right. Thank you for staying locked in to the CAREERX show. So if you're listening to us on your radio, on your handphones, on your cell phones, right? Feel free to call our hotlines to join the conversation. You can call our hotline via 0809 444 058. Again, the hotline is 0809 444 058. But then, if you want to join us online, you can listen to the radio via Radio Garden on Unica Radio International. If you are watching us, if you want to stream us via YouTube, we are live on YouTube via our YouTube channel, Unica Radio International. We'll be glad to get your interesting comments and contributions as we progress on the show. Today on the show, I will be doing this again as usual with my co-hosts and team members from the CAREERXHUB. And to facilitate today's training, we have Mr. Victor Ape. Can you say hi to our listeners?
Hello guys, welcome again to the CAREERXHUB show.
Great. And also in the studio, we have with us Mr. Samuel Ben David of the CAREERXHUB. Say hi to our listeners.
Hello.
Great. Thank you very much. So, to facilitate this training, when we return back, we will be listening and, of course, talking about discovering your personal strengths and interests. And like I earlier mentioned, to facilitate this training will be Mr. Victor Ape of the CAREERXHUB. Stay tuned.
I've been up for 22 hours. Damn.
Okay, guys, welcome again. Welcome back to the CAREERXHUB show. I'll be your facilitator for the day, Happy Victor. And today on the show, we'll be talking about discovering personal strengths and interests. This is to serve mostly as a guide for university students to help them understand what their strengths are and keep them on track for their career journey. All right. So why should we discover our strengths and interests? Why should we or why should students discover their strengths and interests? Before I begin, I would love to say, in our Nigeria of today, students would often say, "Najam, give me. Now don't give me this course." So today on the show, I'll be letting you understand why you should really choose a career path based on your strengths and things that motivate your interest. So why discover strengths and interests? One, to boost confidence and motivation. If you know what you can do, if you know your worth, if you know where you are from, if you know that, okay, you are well impacted with this knowledge about this particular thing, and you are comfortable doing it at all times, trust me, excellence is not far from where you are, and success is at your doorstep. So helps in choosing the right career path. Three, improves academic and personal decisions. Like I always started, not the jam give you, now wetin you apply jam offer you. Now wetin you apply jam offer you. So if you have been offered admission into a particular course, the university system does not just tie you down into that. That's why we have faculties and we have departments. They are not streamlined anymore. You can diversify. That's why it's called university. So understanding your strengths and understanding your interests, focusing your energy upon what you really are capable of doing will help improve your academics and personal career decisions. And the third but not the least, enables personal growth and satisfaction. Trust me, if you do what you love doing, you will always be satisfied with your job. Okay, so what are personal strengths? Personal strengths, what are they? Personal strengths can also be seen as those natural talents or abilities, God-given talents, those things you are born with. These are your natural strengths. They come to you effortlessly. For instance, we have very, very good players who, when playing the game of soccer, they do it as if they pre-wrote that script for the game. They come to them effortlessly. When we have others that struggle, others who have practiced over time, that is a skill. This person chose soccer or football as a skill, practice over time. If you compare both the person with the natural talents and the person who adapted to these skills, you will see that the flow, the smoothness of their game usually differs. So the first point, the natural talent, these are God-given abilities. While skills are those you pick up along the way, skills you excel in or enjoy using. Examples of these natural talents are leadership, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, conflict resolution, emotional intelligence. All of this can be part, it should be part of your genetic construct. Then our fourth bullet, we have often serve in daily tasks or group work. Often serve in daily tasks or group work. So understanding personal interests. Understanding personal interests. What is it about? One, activities you are passionate about. If you are passionate about a particular thing, if you love doing a particular thing, like I cited the instance of soccer, you agree with me that for players like very famous players like Messi, they enjoy doing what they do. They don't just do it because it's a career. They feel it, they roll with it. It is part of them. It is in their blood. So for you to know what your interest is on a particular thing, you must ensure you enjoy doing this particular thing. You don't do it because you have been told to do. You don't do it because you are being pushed to do, according to the Nigerian framework. You don't do it because you want jackpot. You do it because you love it. You do it because you enjoy doing it. You do it because you are passionate about it. So we have subjects or hobbies you naturally gravitate towards. Subject or hobbies you naturally gravitate towards. And let me say this to parents, please and please. Children born these days are born different. They are born with different strengths. They are born with different weaknesses. Don't always overburden your child. You must become a medical doctor. You must become an engineer. For the parents, understand your child's skills and help them naturally work towards achieving this God-given gravity push upon their career path. Don't change their career path just because you feel that is the most lucrative path. Don't change their interest. They can't, when they go to the field, they will not be able to produce. Why? Because you wanted them to be the next big thing without understanding what their strengths and their interest or passion was about. So what is your ideal work or study environment? Understanding personal interest. Understanding your personal interest will actually help you with your study environment. I'm a fan of biology. I know that, okay, when I'm studying biology, I feel it. I flow with the readings. I can practice, I can envision what I'm reading from text. But when I go to study physics, physics becomes a hassle. Physics becomes something I don't understand. It's as if it's rocket science. Now, this is to make me understand that my personal interest is upon biology and not physics. Though I can also study physics because it's a requirement for my course. I can study it as a skill. I can study it as something necessary for me. But what I feel comfortably with is biology. So I'll focus more energy in what I enjoy. I'll focus more research in what I enjoy. I'll try to better more my environment from what I enjoy, what interests me, what I'm passionate about. Better off than the skill I am trying to pick up just for maybe workplace reasons. So we have again help shape long-term goals and purposes. Understanding your personal interests will help you stay focused. Understanding your personal strength, understanding what you can do will help you even in the future. That's why you see people retire and go back to do music. They're passionate about this thing. It's a long-term focus or long-term purpose. So understanding your personal interest will not just help you grow, but will help you stay on the right track. You will live long because you enjoy what you're doing. You will have fun because you enjoy what you're doing. You don't just want to make money, but you want to leave a footprint. You want to leave a trademark, even when you are no longer in that particular platform. So understanding your personal interest will help you grow this long-term. How to identify your strengths as a student. How to identify your strength as a student, especially as a unicorn student. You're not just in school to get A's in mass communication and pass, then go back to learn agric in your house. You're not just in school because you were given business management. If it is your strength, it will reflect your achievements. If it is your strength, you will see it in the works you do. So how do you identify the strengths anyway? First, you reflect on past achievements and compliments. Past achievements and compliments. Nothing sweet for Nigerian palate like, well done. You sabi the thing. All these accolades don't just go to water you down or to make you start blushing for the ladies. They're actually achievements, they are positive compliments you can build on. People complimenting you for a job well done is a sign that you are capable, you know what you are doing, you know this thing, it is part of you. Again, take self-assessments. In our today world, we have many tools that can help you. They are online everywhere that can help you with assessing even your own strength, assessing even what you think you don't know. For these tools, we have like the VIA, or like we have the Strength Finder. They are all AI platforms that can help you from the information you feed them that will help you identify where you are weak, where you are strong. All of this will combine to make you more focused, to make you more career ready, and to set straight your career path. You have ask friends or mentors for feedback. Ask friends. This is very important. In short, your first market, your first place where you excel the most is within your friend circle. So even in class as a student, in your academic performances, in your pursuit, in your place of work, in your point of internship, ask your colleagues, ask your fellow classmates, am I really doing well in this part? Am I doing well in this particular subject? Have you noticed? Do I flow more with math or do I flow better with physics? Ask them for all of this kind of feedbacks. It will really go a long way to help you understand and identify your strengths so that you can focus your energy upon things that makes you happy, things that you love doing, and things you're passionate about. It is only through passionate desire for a particular thing that you can actually make a difference in that field. Again, we have noticed what task energizes you. What the task, what if someone said do this, what motivation do you get doing this? Are you really motivated upon a particular task? Are you highly motivated to do a particular task? You will notice more that your strength lies with the task. You are more motivated to rest. So notice what task energizes you. Exploring your interests. Exploring your interests. It is not just okay to identify these tasks and these hobbies or this God-given talent, this passion, and keep it to yourself. How do you sell yourself? How do you excel? So exploring your interests will make others also understand that you are capable of doing these things, more like a marketplace anyway. When we have try out new courses or hobbies, when you know that, okay, you are capable, you are in short, you are the best tennis player there is on earth, try out soccer. Then you would understand if you are better with soccer or you are better with tennis. Try out basketball. Try out beach ball. Try something different. Then you will understand and better appreciate the fact that soccer comes to you effortlessly. We have tracked what excites or bores you. I think I've hammered on that much. What does not give you joy does not energize you. What you don't love doing, you don't find motivation doing it. What you aren't passionate about, you cannot go forward. We have attend workshops or events in various fields. Until you meet with what you don't know, you will not know what you know. So attending workshops in different fields, exploring other choices, other options will help you better understand, identify, and keep focus upon your interest or your career path choice. Keep a journal of activities you will enjoy. Just try this one. This one is actually practical life. Don't overbother upon thinking about this one. Just pick up your pen and buy a good notebook. Everything you enjoy doing as the day progresses, try to pen it down. Give yourself a 1 week streak. Come back to it. You will find out that all of what you enjoy doing per day, most of the times will be tuned to a particular thing, will be tuned to a particular energy sequence, will be tuned to a particular force. Then you would understand more that this point lies my interest. Strength versus skills. I've been hammering upon strengths and strengths ever since. So strengths versus skills. Strengths, natural traits or tendencies. I had said earlier, the strengths are God-given. They'll be like okrika, follow come. They are always with you. They are always there. You were born with them. This passion, they don't just grow over time. You were born with them. They're inherent in you. Why skills? Skills are learned through training or experience over time. You can acquire skills from even the classroom, from your vocational aptitude, environment, from EDC or Entrepreneurship Development Center. You can acquire skills from a bunch of places. These skills are learned over time through training or experience. A strength can be turned into a skill with practice. A strength can be turned into a skill with practice. So every child, in short, for every child growing up, they're not playing with particular sets of toys. You see some children, they like playing with electricity, black and red cables. You see some, they're not playing with taking things apart. They can take apart all the furniture in the house. You see some other children, they like outdoor games. You see some, they like board games. All of these strengths in the future via practice, via training, via experiences gathered in those particular fields, you see them to do better because these strengths are not just strengths no more. They're not just inherent, but they have practiced to better the skill within that same strengths pattern. So we also have both available for growth and success. Strength are skills, or strengths are skills. Skills are adaptive, while strengths are always with you. But both of them, if you must grow in your career path, both of them are very, very essential. So how do we align with academic and career goals? Aligning with academics and career goals. Okay, this is mostly again for students. Choose courses that aligns with your strength. Don't choose a course because your friend is a medical doctor and is doing very well, and you'll be like, okay, I think the only lucrative job out there these days is in the medical field, the clinical field. Then you go down and become the worst doctor ever produced. Choose strengths choose career paths, choose courses, choose subjects, choose things you can do based on your strengths and not other person's choices. Pursue internships in your interest areas. Pursue internships in your interest areas. I told us earlier that experience matters a lot. Join projects that match your abilities. Develop a career path that fits your personality. In all, it boils down back to who you are, what you can do effortlessly, your personality. Okay, so in understanding your strengths and your God-given talents, there are tools and resources that can help you out with them. When we have the personality tests, you can use these platforms like the MBTI, Holland Code, and a lot of them out there to help you check your own self, your personality. They are well structured to help you understand your personality. So we have career services and counseling centers. We have one here in the University of Calabar. It is located at the former Faculty of Law. You find the first floor by the left. There is a career service center there that offers career services and counseling. When you come there, you meet experts in that field. So there is one there. Don't hold back. Make use of this provided to you by the school. So you can also find to how to understand your interest by mentorship programs and alumni talks, people that have been there before you. Motivation can also come from there. Also, we have books and podcasts or self-discovery. All of these resources can help you understand your interest to help you with your career path choice. Okay, we have been talking and talking a lot. I hope you've been enjoying us and I hope it has been impactful and insightful. I hope it not just bore you, but help you understand that your personal strengths, your interests, your passion can actually help you determine or help you make good career choices, can help you in your career path growth, can help you make good progress and success in anything you find and you love doing. So for my final thoughts today, will be on self-discovery is a continuous journey. There is no I have known it all. You discover yourself every day. Trust me, neuroscientists will often tell you the brain is an embodiment of incomprehensible knowledge. You cannot fool your brain. So self-discovery is a continuous journey. Your strengths and interests evolve over time. Like I stated earlier, strengths can be turned into skills over time. So your interests are not just there for fancy, but you can work on them, you can build on them, you can develop them, and over time you become professional, you become an expert in that field. Stay curious and open to new experiences. There is no one that is an encyclopedia of knowledge. There is no one that is a fountain of knowledge except your God. Be open. The world is rapidly changing. We are in a very fast-paced world, especially in Nigeria. Things change a lot. So be open to new experiences. Don't get yourself tied down to old knowledge. Try out new things. Try out new opportunities. Try out new possibilities. Gain new experiences. All of this, trust me, will help you build upon good career success. Own your uniqueness and build from it. In our past shows, we have been talking about soft skills, soft skills, soft skills, and soft skills, how you can be unique, how you can be you, how you cannot be someone else, those traits in you, those personality in you that makes you unique. Auntie, sister, student, brother, please don't trade your uniqueness for anything, not even for the selfish reasons of someone buying them off. You are unique only to yourself. You are unique only to yourself. So your personal interest may not be that of your twin. Your personal interest may not be that of your younger ones nor your parents. You are alone, let's say, unique, and you were put to this earth to make a difference. So as a student, my dear, I would urge all of us to build upon our strengths, to build upon our uniqueness. Don't just be in school because there's a no go school. Be passionate about what you do. Build a career from what you love. Build a career from what you love. And trust me, Nigeria will be a better place by your contributions.
Right. Good afternoon once again, listeners. I hope that you've been having a great time on the Career X Show, live here on Unica Radio International 103.5 FM, the radio station that offers you education beyond barriers. We will be going on a short break, and when we return, we would have an interactive session to discuss some frequently asked questions, of course, about the topic of this course today, which is discovering your personal strengths and interests. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back shortly. Good afternoon, listeners, once again. Welcome back to the CAREERX Show on Unicall Radio International 103.5 FM, the radio station that offers you education beyond barriers. Earlier on, we had a wonderful discussion, a wonderful session on a very important topic, which is discovering your personal strengths and interests. And we had one of our team members from the CAREERXHUB do justice to this topic in person of Mr. Victor Ape. Now we will be going on to an interactive sessions. We've had some questions coming in, and we would like to attend to these questions while we also of course, our phone lines are open if you'd like to join the conversation. If you have some questions you would like to ask us, you can call our hotline via 0809 444 058. Again, the hotline is 0809 444 058. So, Mr. Victor, would like to begin with you.
Okay.
Yes, we've had a wonderful conversation so far about strengths and discovering your personal strengths and interests. And I'm tempted to ask, can we use the scenario of Arsenal versus Real Madrid? Because you kept talking about, personal strengths, how you can harness how their God-given talent and skills. And, I was just trying to picture the talents in Arsenal and the talent in Real Madrid. I mean, what could possibly be the problem? Why would Real Madrid be defeated twice? Well, that is by the way, don't mind me. That is by the way. So now back to the question, yeah? The question I would like to begin with you is, how do I know if something is strength or it is just a skill?
Okay. How you know if your passion is strength, or if something you do is strength or just a skill? Wonderful question. Strengths are things that comes to you naturally. It energizes you whenever you use them. Why skills are other like hand or maybe something you learn or practiced over
time. Okay.
Something you maybe paid for, registered for vocation reasons, or you went through school for 4 years to become a web developer.
Yeah.
So skills are practiced and they are developed over time. Why strengths are inherent.
Yeah.
They come to you naturally. Whenever you are doing this particular thing, you find this joy within it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Mr. Ben David, do you have something to add to that as regarding how we can know if something is a strength or just a skill?
Oh, yeah. Strengths, you can actually see someone do it for the first time. You may not know what that stuff is. Like dancing, for instance, now. So you might just see someone do it for the first time, and you try to practice it, and you're just flowing with the dancing steps, So it's something that is just in you. Why skill is something like he said, you learn and practice over time. Yes. So
Great. Great. Thank you very much. Very wonderful. I mean, I can't agree less with both of you that, until when something is inborn, it's natural. It's easy to come by. Even if you are just waking up from sleep, you can run up to this thing and just do it effortlessly. Then it is something you're passionate about and it is your strength. So the next question now that we have is, what if I have many interests? How do I choose? Now, let me create a picture here. It is typical. Some people say, if you are a Nigerian, it's already 2-0. Why? Because a lot of persons, most Nigerians are a lot in just one person. So sometimes the interest you have is based on maybe the economic activities, factors, and all of that. You know that you just want to make money. You just want to make money. So you hear that Forex is paying. It's a new you decide to study Forex. So you develop interest in Forex. or you hear that, oh, data analysis is the new oil. You now decide to, develop certain interest in data analysis and all of that. Whereas there's also like certain skills that or career paths that are born out of passion. You are really passionate about this one. So knowing that, given that picture that we have so many interests, in our society, how do I choose? Or how does any student get to choose?
Okay. First, I will begin by saying having multiple interests is a very good thing. Having multiple interests on its own, it's a very good thing. It is good to try out things and know where you fall better.
Okay.
Then, how do we choose from all of this interest? I would also implore that you try out internships.
Okay.
You try out courses.
Okay.
You try out real life projects. You get engaged in different activities from different interest points. So the one you burn and feel more comfortable with,
Okay.
I think nature has chosen for you.
Okay.
You tend to say that, okay, I love programming because I did computer science at school.
Okay.
So I've been practicing programming. Naturally, I love to dissect little creatures like lizards and rats and try to see how their internal organ works. This is biology.
That's biology, yeah.
And I'm also an intuitive mind where I want to understand how I can convert electromagnets into electricity.
Okay.
That's another interest point. And I'm trying out all of this at the same time. I would come to realize over time that my strengths lie more with dissecting little creatures, trying to understand how their basic organism works.
Okay.
So I think that alone has helped me choose where my strength lies and my passion lies.
Okay. So that is to say that sometimes it depends on what you really want at the moment, what you really want to do, and what you really want to achieve. Because with all of the strengths and interest, right, one has to look at what do you want to do at the moment and what you intend to achieve. So you can now choose the strengths that you're going to put at the fore, right? And also I think that sometimes people have to check stuff on financial grounds or career grounds or maybe capacity development grounds, right? So if my interest is to earn more money than I am earning now, then I should be able to look at, okay, what course do I want to study? What course will pay me more? Or what job is going to pay me more? Then I can choose from there, that, okay, this is the interest among all of my interests that is going to put more food on my table, more money in my pocket, right? And then if it is on capacity development grounds, I can say that, okay, which of these interests is really going to build my capacity in the, coming months, in the coming year, to help me realize this career goal or this career dream to get. So I feel like if you put this together, Mr. Ben David, do you have another opinion?
Not much. No, just be curious anyway. And once you're curious, you know a lot of things. Like you said, financial goals. You want to figure out how to make more money. So when you are trying to make more money, you see, I'm actually love these things better than these other ones.
Okay.
You just like focus your strength there. Try to learn more about those ones. So so that's it.
Okay, but then it doesn't have to be about making more money, right?
What you love.
Yes, getting joy.
What you want to see in the
exactly. Yeah, because I feel like the careers that are best enjoyed and best grown at are careers that meet our passion, that aligns with our passion, something you enjoy doing, just like we spoke about personal interest and strength, something you enjoy doing, something that you can do effortlessly, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be about making more money, right? So let us look at another question, right, on our FAQ. Can strengths change over time? These strengths that we are talking about, these inborn gifts and talents, can they change over time, maybe based on interest? Is that possible?
Yeah. Strengths can change over time.
Okay.
There's a local ballad that says, change is constant.
Change is constant. Yeah.
As a child, what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
As a child, things you love playing with. As a child, your interests can vary from when you are an adult. The cravings and wants of a child is not that of an adolescent. It's not even that of an adult.
Yeah.
So strengths can change. They can evolve over time. You can be, as a child, you have interest in gadget repairs. But when you grow, you find yourself in software and in software maintenance.
Yeah.
Strengths can evolve.
Yeah.
Strengths can change. It's okay.
Yeah.
Even scripture would accept it us by saying, while I was a child, I used to think, behave, and act as a child.
As a child, yeah.
But now that I am grown, I start doing more serious things.
Yeah.
So your cravings as a child could be because of your age, your yearnings, your age and time.
Yeah.
Or as an adult, your interests can also vary. It's an evolution.
Yeah, so over time, our strengths get to, sometimes I feel like sometimes our strengths get to, mature into something else, evolve, just like you said, evolve into something else. And then we can get maybe to develop, have more interest in other things. And of course, I think sometimes our strengths are even affected by the limitations around us, right? There are so many limitations around us, maybe academic wise or labor wise, right? By the labor market in our environment sometimes. So yeah, I agree with you. Mr. Ben.
Yeah, I actually agree with you too. And strength can change over time if you work on it. Yes, you agree?
Okay.
If you work on it. So like you said, you remember what you said last?
Yeah, I was talking about, it over changing over time, maybe being affected by the labor market.
Yes.
Yes, the economic factors around.
So with that economic factor, maybe my strength is to like play soccer, but now I need to work on making more money. I know soccer in Nigeria is quite difficult to get to achieve. So you can say, let me just push into another field. So that strength might just die off over time. Yeah. So it can change positively or negatively. So
all right. Before we go on to the next question, I have an advice for our listeners. Right now, your strength could be anything from leadership to being that friend who always finds solutions in crisis. Right. The trick is recognizing this strength, right? So it doesn't just have to lie on the career path. In fact, the interesting fact is that these little strengths that we find to be inborn, to be innate, right? They help us do better in our career choices. They help us do better in the workspace. They help us do better even in our relationship, our day-to-day life with people, right? So the trick is in recognizing this that strength that you have, that skill that you learn over time, right? And of course, use it as a value proposition, whether you are applying for a job or maybe you are already working in a particular discipline, you can build on it to grow your productivity, right? So let us look at the next question we have on our FAQ. The next question is, what if I don't feel particularly strong at anything? I think, okay, I was going to say, I don't know if that is possible, but then there are people who feel like they are not just good at anything. So if there are people that feel like I'm not good at anything, me, I'm just there. I heard someone said, nothing interests me. I'm like, eh? Yeah, you are alive. How are you surviving, please? Right? So some persons can say that they don't feel strong at anything. They feel like their own is just, they just came to escort people. So their own is to just assist, to just be on the backstage, right? So what if we have students that don't feel particularly strong at any course, at anything at all? What would you advise? I mean, how can they find that strength?
Okay. First, I would say everyone is born unique.
Yeah.
And everyone has something they are strong about or something they are passionate about. Everyone is born with a particular strength, a particular skill set. Everyone is born with this inherent in them. Sometimes it could be due to lack of right information. These strengths of yours they're not obvious yet. They are hidden just because of your environment. Sometimes, again, it could be because you have conserved yourself. You don't like trying out new things. You are just there. You just want to receive instructions. You don't want to evolve at all. You don't want to even go. You want to remain a child forever. Sometimes it's just that phobia to change. Phobia to move. Phobia to live where you are. You are just comfortable. You are stagnant. You are there. In short, you are there because you don't want to grow. You don't want to change. You don't want to move with time. Sometimes it is because the environment, like I always say, you can just be changed to the knowledge you already have. So for my advice, I would advise that for such persons who think they are not particularly strong upon any particular thing
at all,
they should try new opportunities.
They should try new
They
opportunities.
should go for internships, they can go for mentorship programs, they can listen to motivational speakers, they can watch documentaries, they can just experience new things, open up to new ideas, new opportunities, try to widen your ears for better and more and good refined information. And trust me, you would find a passion in one of them.
Great. I agree with you. And I hope that our listeners also agree with you, right? For our listeners, I have a few questions to guide you, right? What is one thing you could do all day without getting bored? What is one thing that you can do all day without getting bored? If you have an answer to that, the next question you need to answer is, how do you think your hobbies, those things you enjoy doing, if you like reading, if you like teaching, if you like speaking, if you like gisting, if you like anything at all, the things you enjoy doing, traveling, writing, those hobbies that you have, how do they connect to a career path? What career path does these hobbies connect to? And now, if you have answers to that question, the next question you will want to answer is, if you had to teach a subject for free, what subject would that be? If you have to teach a subject for free without pay, what subject would that be? Right? While you were pondering on your answers to these questions, Mr. Ben David, you have something to add?
Yes, Jerry, this is my friend. He's always saying, I don't have talent. I don't have something I'm interested in. Always. But this guy is a comedian. Like, if you're around him, you can never get bored.
Whoa.
And he doesn't know that he's a comedian. Like, so that's something that, like Victor, I've mentioned a lot of points here. But sometimes they don't know. You don't just know. And I think you just stay curious. Try to learn, just be open to opportunities, experience, just stay curious.
I'm just open to feedback.
Exactly.
Open to feedbacks.
Critical ones, bro.
I want to say just now that the friend did not know he's a comedian.
Yes.
If other friends gives him feedback, I tell you are funny. He would understand that even without practice, effortlessly is actually cracking. So I think that would boost his mind to understand his strength lies within comedy.
Yes, a lot. That's true. There was this time we were like in a team meeting, and then there was like a get to know yourself session, right? We call it GTK, get to know session, where we would be asking like an introduction. Everybody introduces yourself and then tell us one fun thing about you. And someone said, the fun thing about me is I am not fun. You see how that is. So got everybody laughing at all. But then it is good and very important that we understand our strengths no matter how little they are, right? So we'll take the very last question on our FAQ, right? And that question would be, how can I balance my strengths with areas I need to improve? This is very tricky. Well, I like us. I think it's a very important area, and the responses will really matter to our listeners out there, whether they are students or people in their career journey that are looking to sharpen their skills. How to balance strengths with areas that they need to improve on. They have their strengths, and let's say the areas they need to improve on are their weaknesses. How do they align the strengths with their weaknesses, of course, to become productive?
Okay, I'll share that with what we have been doing on the show already. We have been talking about soft skills, hard skills, and everything.
Yeah.
Now, as I once shared in one of our show days, I shared that I have difficulty with a particular skill set called teamwork. Now, I have the strength to execute this job perfectly, perfect the job very well.
Yeah.
My problem was sharing my ideas, communicating my ideas with the next person, or even like working with the person to see what the person was doing.
Yeah.
Now, as I was using my strengths as a programmer per se, I was working, trying to collaborate with the team. I was also actively engaging myself into learning teamwork. Now, I was using my strength to my advantage, have this knowledge, while actively trying to improve on my networking with my fellow team members. So, balancing my strengths with areas of improvement can simply be don't allow them to become your weaknesses, where you need to improve them to become too obvious to everyone. Try sometimes to make effort, positive, active effort, not passive, active efforts to better yourself while taking your own already given strengths into advantage. I think in this way you will strike a balance. You will not be lagging too much, and you will not be weighing too much upon your strengths. You strike a balance while improving in the future.
Great. So don't put out your weaknesses too much over your strengths. Try to, as much as possible, show what your strengths while you are trying to improve on your weaknesses. Amazing opinion there. Mr. Ben David, do you have something you would like to add to that?
Yes. I saw something on Twitter yesterday about how to improve yourself. So if you lack in something, set a goal. Work towards your goal. Seek feedbacks. Get a mentor. And the lady said, anytime you see yourself trying to slack, just keep saying to yourself, move. You get, if you are supposed to do this and you're not trying to do it, move. You see, with time, your brain will start tweaking himself to like, I need to get this thing done. I need to improve myself on this year. So I think like we have counselors like the CAREERXHUB, the counseling center. So we can just help you. We can guide you. So
okay. Amazing. So talking about how to balance strengths with areas we need to improve on. I've had your beautiful opinions and suggestions. And to add to that, I would say that SWOT analysis, right? That's what I was going to add to it. I would advise any students out there, anybody out there that is listening to us, to try to employ SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. I feel like if you're able to draw out your strengths, outline your weaknesses, outline the opportunities, right? And outline the threats. The threats in the career, maybe within the space where you find yourself, the opportunities within that space, and then see how your strengths can overwrite your weaknesses to enable you assess opportunities and also mitigate the threats within that cycle. I feel like that would be a beautiful way to balance your strengths with your weaknesses, or those weaknesses that you need to improve on. It's been a very wonderful experience, a very wonderful interactive session. I hope that you have been enjoying our conversations, and thank you for those who sent in their questions. We will be doing this same time, same station next week, Tuesday, and we hope that you join us both online and, of course, via your radio stations, right? Now, there is something very important I'd like our listeners to take from this show, right? And that is that your strengths are natural, your skills are built, and together they make you unstoppable. Remember, your strength is your edge, your interests are your compass. Again, your strength is your edge, and your interests are your compass. Combine them, and you've got a roadmap to fulfilling a fulfilling life and career. So if you ever feel lost, we at the CAREERX Hub, through the Directorate of Career Services and Student Support Services, of course, we are here to guide you every step of the way. If you need to reach the CAREERX Hub, you can reach us through this phone number 081 08 58 5636. Again, the hotline for CAREERX Hub is 081 08 58 5636. I hope you got that correctly. If you cannot reach us via phone calls, you can reach our office here in the University of Calabar, located in the old Faculty of Law building, first floor, left wing, right? And we are looking forward, of course, to guide you every step of the way in your career journey. Until we meet next week, my name is Uket Friday, and I'm your host for the show. And I've been here doing this with Mr. Victor Ape of CAREERX Hub and Mr. Samuel Ben David of the CAREERX Hub. Till we meet again, stay tuned.